हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आपका मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल साइंस क्लास में स्वागत है। तो आज मैंने साइकोलॉजी के ऊपर सम नोट्स को प्रिपेयर किया है, तो शुरू करते हैं। Why psychology is important in nursing practice? Sigmund Freud is known as the father of psychology and also developed psychodynamic perpetuals. Definition: it is a scientific study of the behavior and mental processes. Behaviors includes all of the outward or advert actions and the reactions such as talking, facial expressions and movements. Mental processes refers to all the internal caused activity of our minds such as thinking, feeling and remembering. And psychology is a science which aims us to give a better understanding and control of the behaviors of the organism as a whole. William MC Dogholt in 1949. Psychology is an investigation of the human and animal behaviors and of the mental psychological processes associated with the behavior. Types of psychology: organizational psychology, counseling psychology, clinical psychology, and educational psychology. Methods of psychology: it is termed as a scientific study of human behavior. Special tools and procedures helps us in gathering or organizing its subject with the matter or the essential facts about the behaviors. And these procedures are also termed as a method which are used in the study human behavior. Introspection or self-observation method. Here the subject is asked to systematically observe his own behavior and report the same. Observational methods. Objective methods of studying the behavior of individuals. It causes a perception of individuals' behavior under natural conditions by the others, this prescribed behavior by them. Experimental. It is used to study the cause and effect relationship regarding the nature of the human behavior, that is, effects of anxiety of human behavior. Clinical or case history method. It is used to measure. This method is used by the clinical psychologists or psychiatrists, social workers in child guideline clinics or mental hygiene clinics. It aims the standing of studying the cause and basis of people's anxieties, fear, and personal maladjustments. Survey method. All the problems in psychology cannot be studied by experimental or other methods. Some problems like study of opinions, attitudes, healthcare needs, etc., can be studied by the means of survey method. Importance of psychology in nursing. In nursing professions, psychology has become necessary in every profession including nursing today. This is because of increasing emphasis being laid out in the interplay of the body, mind and spirit in the health status of every individual. The success in life of many people depends on how they get along with others, influence others and react to others. The ability to understand ourselves and other comes from a wide study of psychology. The learning of psychology helps a nurse in the following ways. It will help her to enable to understand her own self. It will help her for provide the quality care to the patient. It will help her to improve the situations by helping others to solve their problems. The study of the psychology will help the appreciate the necessity for changing the environmental surroundings. It will help for effective studying. It will help the nurse to understand the close relationship between body, mind, and spirit. It will help her to give the psychological support to the patients during hospitalization, and it will help her in readjustment. The relationship. Working in the health aided profession provides the opportunity to work with other people and is a key part in such a profession is to promote the health and well-being of the people. In this case, it is very important to be well aware of the attitude and behaviors of the people. Importance of psychology in nursing practices. To understand our own self, to understand the patients, to understand other people, to recognize abnormal people, to provide quality care to the patients, to help patients adjust care to the patients, help the student nurses to appropriate the necessity for changing the environment or surroundings, help for effective studying and readjustment. Biological basis of human behaviors. The biology of the human behavior is the study of the behavioral functions of the nervous system, particularly the brain. Human behaviors involves the body-mind interaction of the various bodily factors. The most important are the sense organs called receptors, the muscles and endocrine glands called effectors, the nervous system known as a connecting or integrating mechanism called connectors. Receptors. Behaviors in all forms and shapes has a definitely a biological or psychological base. The behavior is based on various stimuli present via the central environment and lying within our body. The stimulate in the form of various tissues. External receptors, the sensory mechanism that help us make contact with the other world. Example, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. The specific receptors cells or receiving the external within the sensory. Internal, associated with the internal stimulate present in our body. They are responsible for feeling of pain, hunger, nausea, and another variety of these internal receptors helps us in maintaining balance, bodily posture, and equilibrium, and also exercise over the muscles. sense organs. It helps in assimilating knowledge of the world around us. Each of our sense organ has a distinct function to perform. When the sensory receptors are dysfunctioning, they lead to sensory disorders, visual, auditory, or olfactory disorders. Each sense organ has a distinct function to perform. Some organs consist of receptors. Effectors, they are the organs of responses. What is received with the sensory organ in the form of sensory input as is responded through bodily reactions and motor activities carried through the muscles, glands, particularly the hormones secreted by the ductless glands, which are responsible for most of our behavior patterns, and the underactivity and overactivity of these glands causes deficiency or excess of hormonal secretions. The effect of the entire personality makes up the individuals. Muscles, our behaviors and activity involves a movements of different types of muscles in our body. Muscles have the organisms to carry out motor activities in order to respond to various stimuli. There are three types of muscles. Smooth muscle, concerned with the process of digestion, excretion, and blood circulation. Their contraction and relaxation produces concentration of the dilation of the blood vessels, thus increasing blood pressure. Cardiac muscles function smoothly in rhythmic fashion, but when one is emotionally upset, the normal functioning is disturbed, causing heart trouble. Skeletal muscles enables the individual to perform voluntary motor activities ranging from walking to the fine psychomotor skills, that is typing, etc. तो ये तक करते हैं आज. ये आप अपने नोटबुक और कॉपी कर सकते हैं क्योंकि ये सिंपल नोट्स है. तो मिलते हैं मेरे नेक्स्ट वीडियो पे.